Fucking here we go.
Hey man. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
we were just talking and we're like, why the fuck are we recording? We're talking about the things that we record on the show. So anyway, here it
Exactly.
is. Yeah.
Spider-Man 2. Yeah. Why does everyone think Spider-Man 2 is such a great game? Like I can't understand it. I'm staring at it on my game shelf, but it seems like that's the go-to Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah, people are nostalgia whores, man. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna get a lot of flack for me saying this, but it's the Ocarina of Time thing and the Final Fantasy VII thing. Those aren't the best games in the franchise, and I'm super jazzed that you're into a game passionately enough to like fight for it on the internet. I'm okay with that. If that's how you want to spend your day, that's cool. But those are not the best games in those franchises. I don't care who you are. From a design standpoint, that's bullshit. Okay, every game in those franchises. Okay, maybe not in Spider-Man's case because in between two and Amazing Spider-Man, there have been a lot of flops in that series. But
Yeah, a lot of
let's
flats
say,
diversity too.
let's talk about like the Zelda franchise for just a second here. Oh, well, it's gonna be more than a second, but like Ocarina of Time is not the best game in that franchise. Every game in that franchise after Ocarina of Time surpassed Ocarina of Time one way or the other. I don't care who the fuck you are. It's fucking true. They improved combat, graphics aren't that big of a deal, but they improved graphics, fucking the game design, like gameplay. They improved the targeting. They improved everything. They added new puzzles, new interesting ways to like do older puzzles. Like, come on, are you like retarded? I'm sorry, but you're retarded. They added things. You might not agree with everything they did in every game, but like technically, those games are superior in design. Like, they're just better games on like off the hop. Ocarina of Time came out what 1998?
Yes.
Okay, it's 2014. If that's the best game in that franchise, Nintendo shouldn't be in business anymore. And okay, I guess that's a bad example
Well,
because
that's pushing though.
because no, but I'm saying if they haven't innovated at all since then, like why are we interested in them? If they haven't made a game that you like since 1998, then why are you like I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah,
Okay?
but let me argue that point for a second. The reason why Ocarina of Time is so successful, it's like primarily based on memories and it's primarily based on nostalgia. Like let's go back. Like it came out in '98, right? The N64 was still kind of fresh because it came out in like '96, and that was like the first time that people realized like a fully 3D rendered like Legend of Zelda game, and like the quality was there. It was like a massive, yeah, it was kind of like an open world. Like if you remember Hyrule Field, it was like a vast, like expansive area, and then you had areas that would branch off, and like there were a lot of great places. Like Zora's Domain is probably like my favorite place in that whole game. The music in that area is just so amazing and relaxing. I remember, I first time I entered Zora's Domain, and like it like and the camera like fucking pans out and like zooms in on the waterfall, and like everything was just amazing. And I remember I just put my controller down for 20 minutes and I listened to the music, and I soaked it all in.
Yeah.
So it's all primarily based on memories, and that's why people are so like into that. It's the same thing with Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
it
yeah, and you know what, Stan? You just proved my point, dude.
yeah.
That's nostalgia talking, and that's the problem.
Yeah, but
Okay? People
the,
are like, oh, the first time I saw this, the first time I did that. Yeah, that's nostalgia. I'm sorry, Stan, but you're a victim of nostalgia. I have been too. I'm guilty of it too, all the time. I'm just saying, like, okay.
but Ocarina of Time, it doesn't play badly though. That's the
Oh, no. It's aged pretty well, dude, but that game is hard to look at, and the 3DS port of it is really good, and they fixed a lot of problems with like the UI and like how like with the iron boots and how you equip them and shit. They streamlined a lot of things that like kind of bogged down the pacing of that game because that game needed it. I'm not saying the game in its original form is a bad game. Fuck no. I love that game. I played the shit out of it. that was the second game I owned on that console. The first being Mario 64. Okay, I agree with you. I have all those memories too. But I'm just saying, I've played and beaten every Zelda game that Nintendo or Capcom has developed. Okay, and every game since Ocarina of Time, I've liked, I've loved more than Ocarina of Time because they're better. They're not just because they're newer, but I guess that is part of it because they add new things, they take things out that didn't work before, and they add to the experience. I don't. This argument that some people have, where like, oh, they just keep releasing the same game over and over again. No, they don't. They fix problems. They add things. Like they do things things differently. They change it up. Like just because the story's the same in some of them, doesn't mean that it's the same game. I don't know. Like I just it's nostalgia talking. And I don't have nostalgia for Final Fantasy VII, so that one's a little bit different. I played that one recently, and like I honestly, after all the hype of hearing how everybody has a big, how they're cock hard for it, I played it and I thought it was all right, and I'm glad it did it. What like historically what it did for JRPGs because I love them.
Yeah.
But as a game, it's not. The FF7 has not aged well. Okay.
No, it definitely has it. Like if I think when it first came out, it was great, but the graphics and all that over time, it definitely hasn't aged. Like just look at Final Fantasy 8 and 9. Like if I had to pick, like out of those three games, if I had to pick a favorite, it's probably the underdog of the whole like 7, 8, and 9. But Final Fantasy 9 was amazing.
I agree with you. That's one of my favorites.
I love that game. I spent so many hours playing that. I still don't like the card game in that. What is it, Tetramaster or whatever?
9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Final Fantasy 8 or 9, but I remember there's like a section in the game where they force you to play that fucking game, and it pissed me off. But like everything else was just so cool. The cinematics were great. The music was great. It's funny. I actually have the battle theme playing in my head too. Like the characters were like great. The art style was like the perfect balance between like the modernism of like FF7 and like the classics from like the Super Nintendo and stuff. And yeah, Final Fantasy 9 was great. But going back to Spider-Man, because I actually wasn't finished talking about that.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. Amazing Spider-Man. It's pretty good. Like I said, it tries to emulate what Spider-Man 2 is, and I don't think it succeeds, because I know everyone thinks that Spider-Man 2 is like the greatest Spider-Man game ever, but...
Pause for a sec. Okay, so back to fucking Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man's great. It's the same open world vibe as Spider-Man 2, and there's, different like side missions you could do. You can like save civilians, and then from like petty crimes or like car chases and shit like that. You could also do the famous open world tropes like races. Also, Bruce Campbell makes an appearance as a voiceover as the Extreme Reporter, and those are those races that I'm telling you about.
I remember that. I played that.
Yeah, checkpoint races from point A to point B. Or there's this other thing where he like has a crazy like helicopter probe, and he follows you around, and you kind of have to keep Spider-Man in frame as you're recording Spider-Man doing these like crazy tricks and stuff. And then there's like crazy, and then there's other side missions like secret layers, and but what I don't like is like the web slinging. The web slinging is weird because when you start, I'm used to it now, but it's just weird like camera angles that like zoom in and zoom out, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I'm just like, what's going on? You know?
Yeah.
And another thing too is, I guess the standard for action games now is, at least for superhero games, is to copy the combat from like Arkham Asylum or Arkham City, because Amazing Spider-Man tries to emulate that.
Yeah.
And does like a fairly good job, but it's not quite there. And even the Captain America game too that came out a few years ago, they tried to copy the same battle system, and again, it wasn't quite there, but it was.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah. And you could, like, unlock different Spider-Man suits. I think the black suit looks the fucking badass, though.
Oh, yeah? Like, you can be the symbiote?
Yeah, and it's like kind of a mix between like the original like movie suit and like the new movie suit, and it looks really cool actually.
Okay, that's an Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, an Amazing
Yeah,
Spider game. It looks really cool.
I picked it up on Steam and played it for a couple hours, and I was actually really jazzed about it and like digging it and shit. And then I don't know, started playing something else on Steam, I think, and
Well, like there's some really cool like moments because because the way the story is it's technically a sequel to the movie. So I don't know if the game's actually. I don't think the game's actually going to be canon to the new Spider-Man movie that's coming out later this year.
I don't think so, because spoilers, they
Yeah,
have this weird scientist thing in the movie, or I mean in the game, where like you fight like mutated like animals, and one of them is like a rhino, and it's
yeah,
supposed to be Rhino,
yeah.
like kinda like, but like I guess they kind of did that to cover their ass in case Rhino was in the next movie, and there he is, he's in the movie, and he's like a crazy Russian mobster and shit.
But
So I don't think it is, but I don't know.
but it would have been cool if it was though because I think the way they did Rhino in the game is much better than how they portrayed him in the movie. Well, I guess from like a first impression standpoint, like I get
Yeah,
that it's a crazy like Russian guy, but and I know that they were going for like the Ultimate Universe, but I don't think I don't know. We haven't really seen the mech thing that's supposed.
yeah, they're kind of like hiding that kind of.
Yeah,
They're trying to
so
like be like make it a reveal or something like the Ninja Turtles or something in the original movie.
yeah, but I don't know. The way they did Rhino in the game was pretty cool, and it's but yeah, it's like a pseudo sequel to the movie, and like Alistair Smythe plays like a really big role in it, and like there's this really cool scene where you like fight this giant robot right in the middle of New York, and you're like, holy shit, it's insane.
Yeah,
So there's definitely some good moments. I think there's about like 12 or 15 chapters. I'm about 60% done the game right now.
yeah. Oh,
So
that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna hop back on that at some point for sure because I was actually really liking that game.
I think I bought it because it was on sale. Because honestly, I think I have it for PS3 somewhere, but my game shelf is like so disheveled that it's probably buried in the back somewhere.
Oh no, you need to do a game. You need to do a shelf like video, or like a game room video or something. You need to
Yeah.
show your collection off. You're pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like mine's not out in the open like yours is, so I can't really do that because it's all like in our, like you know the shelves underneath our TV stand or whatever.
yeah.
It's all like it's all like underneath,
So
like hidden in the caverns. Like,
definitely gonna need a bigger room though. I'm literally running out of space to put shit. But
that's not good, man.
I know.
You have to either sell some or get a
I,
bigger.
I don't want to sell stuff because I work so hard to get it.
Yeah, I know. That stinks. Yeah, but man, I think it's nostalgia goggles, dude. I think that's what it is. Like, cause that's what you were saying. That's what started the conversation. Was like, why do people think that Spider-Man 2 was so good? Like this random PlayStation 1 game.
PlayStation 2
Oh,
actually.
it was PlayStation 2, but the first one was PS1, right?
No, they both the movie ones came out on PlayStation 2 and GameCube. I actually have Spider
Oh.
and Spider-Man 2 on GameCube.
Oh, my bad. Okay, well, okay. That's not too bad then.
And
But
then I guess Spider-Man 3 came out on like the Wii and stuff and like
yeah, I think that Shattered Dimensions was a really fucking good game, even though it was an open world.
mhm.
And I think people need to shut their fucking mouths, man. Like, it's good that you don't have an opinion about, like, it's good that that's your opinion, but if you're just there to trash the new game and, like, be like, this one was the best, like, you know what? Nobody really gives a shit. If you don't like the game, that's fine, but you don't have to be a dick about it. And a lot of those, like, I'm not saying, like, every person that fucking likes the older games is like that, but I'm just saying, like, those vocal people, like, you guys are assholes. Like, fuck off. Nobody cares. Like, that's good. I'm glad that you're passionate like that, but use that passion for something else. Like, cure cancer. Like, go cure cancer. Then you can bitch about fucking Ocarina of Time all you want, and how Majora's Mask stinks or whatever. Like,
But Majora's Mask is like apparently it's considered superior to Ocarina of Time and is I guess now in recent light of things is considered like the greatest Zelda game ever made.
yeah, that's, like, weird. I don't know who that is, because back in the day, man, it sounds weird, but I got that game the day it came out, okay? That game was good. That game, I thought it was good. And back in the day, a lot of people fucking hated that game. So I don't know where these people came from, because the general consensus was that Ocarina of Time was better at the time, and that Majora's Mask was the like shitty one. So so basically Majora's Mask was like the fucking like the cult classic.
Mm.
I guess that's what it is. It's like Evil Dead. It's a cult classic, and now all these people want a 3DS or Wii U remake. I would prefer 3DS myself, just to keep it uniform. But whatever. But
Actually, come to think of it, if they're gonna do an HD remake, I'd like to see it on the Wii U actually, because they did such a good job with the Wind Waker HD remake that I would be curious to see what they could do with the like the software and the horsepower of the Wii U console.
I think the reason they wanted to sell 3DSs, so they ported the one that everybody loves to a 3DS at the time.
Yeah,
But I think if they didn't do that and they waited, like they may not have done it on the Wii U. I think it's just easier. I think it's less effort to reskin a game on 3DS, like from from uh, from an N64 game, just
yeah.
because the N64, just because the Wii U is like full on HD, 1080p and whatever, and like they were like, you know what, it'll be easier if we shrink it down and then reskin it,
Mhm.
because it'll be cheaper for one, and like the game looks like shit.
So why doesn't Nintendo take that same mentality and say, hey, look, we have a really great engine that we use to make fucking Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. Why don't we take that and kind of mishmash them together and, like upres it on the Wii U and say, hey, we'll use that as the basis for recreating Majora's Mask. Like, just like
Yeah,
that.
maybe they could use the Twilight engine. Maybe they could, but then you'd have to rebuild the game in that engine, right? That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Ocarina of Time, other than the shit that they added,
Yeah.
which would probably not be that hard, I'm pretty sure it's this. I'm pretty sure that's a ROM, dude.
Maybe.
That they reskinned. That's like the game plays exactly the same. Like they didn't change anything
Yeah,
as
but
far as like the core gameplay. So I'm pretty sure that's just a reskinned ROM, dude.
maybe.
I
But
think I don't know. Like I'm not a developer, so I have no clue. But I assumed that that's what it was.
yeah, but hear me out for a second. Like, wouldn't that just like try to picture it? Just take like Twilight Princess, but imagine it being Majora's Mask. And like Majora's Mask is already a dark game. I mean, I haven't played it, which is kind of shocking, but
Yeah.
it's already a dark game, and like that kind of like Lord of the Rings type style is already like a dark kind of graphical style. So I think it would kind of blend really nicely together if they were to do an HD remake. And I think that would be fucking amazing. And I would want to replay Majora's Mask. Well, I wouldn't be replaying it. I would play Majora's Mask because it would just look fantastic and be all dark and like creepy and all
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
You
This
know?
is probably not going to surprise you at all because of the school of thought I have on retro games and stuff. I replay those shit. By the way, like I'm not against them. I'm not like fuck the old games, don't play them. I
Retro.
fucking Nintendo has made like thousands of dollars just from me from like buying virtual console games. Okay, I play those shit. I play that shit all the time. I respect the games that I'm. It sounds like I'm trashing them, but I respect them and I still play them to this day. But I'm just saying, I appreciate newer entries, so this isn't going to surprise anybody, but I would prefer, okay, Majora's Mask Remake would be okay. I would prefer to get the new Wii U Zelda game before a Majora's Mask Remake, in any form. That's how I feel. I would prefer to get a new game. And, if anything, before a Zelda game, because, other than Hyrule Warriors, Zelda U is coming.
Yeah.
Before they make a Zelda game, you know what I would prefer even more? A new first party IP above anything else.
Yeah.
I just want Miyamoto to take peyote or something and just be like, you know what we need? And then just whatever it is. I'm not even going to pretend to understand how that man's mind works or even think of a game that would maybe sell consoles. I'm just saying, whatever he came up with, they should just make that fucking game. That dude should have free range to do whatever project he wants. He saved that company. He should just be able to do whatever he wants. And so he should just be able to make whatever IP that he wants and just do it. and I think that will sell Wii U's, whatever game he came up with. But anyways, yeah. But honestly, I would prefer a new Zelda before a remake of Majora's Mask.
What's your take on Hyrule Warriors?
I'm gonna I'm gonna buy it. I'm really fishing for things to get on the Wii U. There's a couple games I want to buy, but just honestly, I feel like Nintendo's competing with themselves. Because anytime I see something that's interesting on the Wii U,
Mhm.
I end up buying a 3DS game.
Yeah.
When it comes to Nintendo, when it comes to seriously though, like they're competing with themselves. Remember we were talking about earlier too. I know this seems like a really random segue. We were I was bitching about 3DS bundles
Yeah.
and that promotion that's at what Best Buy? Is it Best Buy? It popped up in my feed because I'm subscribed to Nintendo's Facebook feed thing, Nintendo Canada.
Are you talking? That's I think that's across the board for all retailers.
Everywhere? Yeah. See, what kind of ridiculous? Yeah, yeah. So okay, so if you guys aren't in the know, and I guess you would, if you're not listening to this, like if you don't know about the promotion, you're probably not on the internet, so you're not listening to this. But the promotion is this: if you buy a 3DS or a 3DS XL or a 2DS, you can get, I don't know if it's a physical copy or digital copy. What do you think?
It's digital because you have to register. It's not
for
even,
Club Nintendo or something.
yeah,
Right?
it's not even a retail promotion. It's just Club Nintendo, so it's available across all retailers. So basically, you buy a new 3DS or an XL, you register your thing, you get your like 160 points, and bam, you're like, hey, here we go. You get to choose between X or Y, so it's really not a bad deal. But you know, yeah, and as you were saying, Nintendo's at competition with themselves. They should do the same thing with the Wii U. They should be like, if you buy a Wii U Deluxe, you get your choice of like these games, right? And push the third party support. So I know earlier I said Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze would be like amazing, but why don't you offer them the choice? Why not like and maybe depending on bundle, because we know there's two bundles. There's like the standard 8 gig and then there's the 32 deluxe. Why not make it different? Why not a different first party and a third party for each bundle? So like for one bundle, it's like Donkey Kong and Wonderful 101, and then on bundle number 2, it's like Mario 3D Land, and I don't know. Let me look at a random third party game, Sonic Lost World. That would be pretty solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Why are you whoring out the 3DS? The 3DS doesn't need help. The 3DS practically sucks the money out of your wallet everybody wants one. To put it into perspective, I have two. Stan, don't you have two?
Yeah, I do.
I have a 3DS that's a black 3DS, and you have it too. The Zelda 3DS XL bundle that came with Link Between Worlds.
Yep.
I have two. I've never had two of any Nintendo console.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Not until I moved in with my roommate who also has a Wii. I didn't buy it though. They had it previously.
Yeah.
I've never owned two consoles unless I live with another gamer. Ever. Seriously, never.
I would say soon to be 3 because that Yoshi 3DS looks pretty awesome.
That looks cool, yeah. And oh man. And Nintendo still got me to buy an XL after I bought a 3DS, and 2 months later they announced the XL. I was pissed off, and I still got a 3DS XL.
Whoa, you're like taking it up to like 11 there, man. That's
Sorry,
crazy.
I'm just saying, like that's how much power the 3DS has.
Yeah.
You don't even know you want one, and you end up at home. You wake up like as if you got roofied, and you have a 3DS. That's how badly it's selling, or how well it's selling. It's selling itself. You don't need to pimp that anymore.
Yeah.
They should still make new software for it. You should always have new software coming. And not only that, fucking Pokemon doesn't need help selling either. Everybody bought it. Again,
Yeah.
I bought X and Y. That's how interested I was in it.
True.
Okay, all I'm saying is, why aren't you... And I know they're already selling the Wii U's at a loss. I know that. But if you get people to buy it by giving them a free game, a la, what did we say earlier? Genesis, what did we say? Genesis with the Sonic 2, right? Everybody thought that guy was crazy from Sega America, remember?
Yeah.
They're like, what are you talking about? That game cost us millions to make, or whatever it cost in the 90s.
Yeah.
They were like, you can't give away that premium software with the console. That kept Sega in the business for a couple more years until the Dreamcast flopped, man.
Yeah.
That they could do that with the Wii U.
It's that that's
That's how you get people to buy more software, by having more consoles out in the wild, right? Who
exactly.
cares if you lose money on fucking Donkey Kong when you can? Well, they're losing money already, so maybe that's not the best strategy. But I still think they could pull a 180 because the 3DS is already keeping them alive, right? Like, or we're all assuming because that's how it looks on paper right now. But I'm just saying, like, give away that, like, that's what we agreed earlier. Fuck, give away that game. Like,
But I think like Nintendo's good at that though. Like they're good at pulling 180s. They do it like every console that they've made in like the recent from like 2006 with the Wii to like the 3DS and like the Wii, and I'm gonna say the Wii U. They've always had that slow start, and then all of a sudden it's just like, just fucking turn the wheel, do a 180, and they're off to the races. And they're still, even if the Wii U is struggling, and there's all these rumors of like a new Nintendo console that's
yeah,
supposed to like integrate everything together into one seamless thing.
yeah.
Um, there's still Wii U games I'm gonna play, and there's still Wii U games I'm gonna buy. I recently bought Tropical Freeze. It's amazing. I want to play Mario Kart 8. I want to play Yoshi's Epic Yarn or whatever they call it when it comes out.
Yeah.
I want to play Bayonetta 2. That's like the big one. Bayonetta 2 is going to be amazing, and I think that is going to be the third-party game. And I said it from the start. As soon as they announced Bayonetta 2, that is going to be the third-party game that is going to sell the Wii U, and I stand by that statement. I stand by it. Because if you think about it, if the Wii U is failing, Nintendo would have not poured their own resources into helping Platinum Games make it.
I don't know. I think that deal was set in motion when they thought the Wii U was gonna sell like the 3D, like the Wii, dude. That's probably been in the works since like the Wii was still current. But I don't know. I hope so. And you know what? You know what I'm really worried about?
Mm.
A lot of people that like Nintendo, like fans, like people who are like, no, they're doing fine, nothing's wrong. People that are ignoring the signs of the Wii U, like shitting the bed. They're like, oh man, Nintendo's gonna pull that 180 at E3 or something, and I'm afraid. This is what I'm afraid of. Okay, it's not gonna be something cool or exciting. It's gonna be the Sega move, and it's gonna be the Nintendo's. I'm afraid they're gonna announce a console. Is what I'm trying to say. I was trying to come up with a clever way to say it. I should have just said it. I'm afraid they're gonna announce a console that's like more on par with like the power of the PS4 and the Xbox One. If that happens, Nintendo's fucking done.
Well, that's have you not heard the rumors? That's what apparently the rumors are right now. I don't even know if they're rumors.
Is that what's leaked? If that's leaked, Nintendo's done.
It's called the Nintendo Fusion, and basically what they're trying to do, it's essentially another Wii U, but what they want to do is they want to have like the console, and they want to have a handheld like the 3DS, and basically what it's going to do is they're going to sell both consoles in the box, and they're going to work conjunction with each other. So basically, you have your TV experience and you have your 3DS thing or whatever they're going to call it. You have it docked to the console, and then like as soon as you're done with that, you basically, I guess, stream whatever it is to the handheld, and you like play it on the handheld. But it's not going to be like the Wii U where you're limited in distance. It's going to be, I'm going to pick up my game, I'm going to play it down the street, I'm going to play it on the bus, I'm going to play it in wherever I am.
Whoa. Uh-oh. So, no, I don't know, man. I think that, I think it's, I'm calling it right now, dude. History repeats itself. It does, man. Fucking, that's what happened with Sega, dude. They released too many consoles too quickly, and they stretched themselves too thin, because they already weren't making money on those consoles that they released, which they aren't, by the way. They're not making money on the Wii U right now.
Yeah.
The 3DS is keeping them alive. Maybe they're using the 3DS money to develop a console. I hope that's not what it is. I really think a new IP is what'll do it. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm just saying, I think a new IP is what they need, not a new console. If it's a new console, I think I'm gonna drop them because like I think they can salvage the Wii U, and I don't think that's the way to do it. I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong. Okay, Nintendo's probably gonna be a company well when we're dead. So
All Nintendo needs to do, and it might pose a big challenge, is what Nintendo needs to do is to just kind of step back, kind of refocus what their because let's face it, Nintendo is trying to cater to everybody. They're trying to cater to the hardcore gamer, but at the same time, they're trying to cater to like the casual, and they want to try to get everyone playing video games. That was always like their main goal. I think they just need to like step back, kind of refocus, look at what the Wii U did right, because let's face it, the Wii U has done a lot of things right. You know, the whole like as not, how can I say it, as non cost effective as the tablet controller is, it's super great. Like the fact that you can, you know, play the game on the gamepad and it doesn't really diminish the quality from TV to gamepad. The fact that you can do that. The fact that it's backwards compatible with the Wii, and you know the PS4 and the Xbox One don't have backwards compatibility as of yet, because apparently there are rumor mills in the works that Sony and Microsoft are trying to implement backwards compatibility. Because I know Sony bought that streaming company, I think it's called like Gaikai or whatever, and they developed PlayStation Now, where they want to have a streaming service where you can play backwards compatible games.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I know that they're eventually working on it, but Nintendo was the ones that did the whole backwards compatibility thing. So that's a thing, and the fact that you can use your Wii accessories and whatever. I mean, it sucks when you have to disconnect the Wii U because you got to disconnect all these weird cables and everything. But
Yeah, it's a very stationary console. That's what kind of sucks about it.
yeah,
Like the GameCube was such a portable console. It had a fucking hand holder. Like it had a grip. I don't know if that's what that was supposed to be for, but that's what everybody used it as.
yeah,
And you brought it to your buddy's place. Like
yeah.
that's what people did. Like to make the most stationary console possible is so strange to me. But anyway, sorry, continue on.
Like the Wii U, okay, it supports 1080p. Like I don't know why people are so obsessed with like HD graphics. Like right now, the standard is like 1080. Like I don't know how much more HD you want to go if your console supports 1080p. You know what
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Well,
and
because
like
if you want to support a higher resolution now, you need a new fucking TV. So
well, don't worry, they're already working on
those
that.
are coming. No, they're like coming soon. Yeah, 2K,
Yeah,
2K and 4K or whatever. That sounds ridiculous.
I
And you're gonna need like a wall. You're gonna need like a wall of your house to appreciate 480p. Are you kidding me? That's
yeah,
ridiculous. On my 32-inch, if it supported it, which it obviously doesn't, because it technically doesn't exist. But then again, it technically does. So I don't know. But anyway, it's in limbo right now. The
yeah,
point is, my little 32-inch TV that's beside me, if that was 480, if that was like 480 or whatever, they're calling it 4K display. It
yeah.
would be so fucking tiny. Like you need like a 100-inch TV to like fully appreciate it. It's retarded.
Yeah, I ain't making the jump to that, and those TVs are probably gonna cost like $5,000 when they come on the market.
Just like 3D TVs. Didn't those get a huge price drop?
Yeah,
Like I still don't want one, but like I
yeah.
can actually afford one without having to sell like a kidney or like a testicle or something.
I think 3D is kind of like maybe phasing its way out too. Like you know, with like movies and stuff. I don't know.
Do you think Nintendo's pulling out of 3D, or do you think they just made the 2DS as an affordable alternative?
I think, yeah.
Or do you think it's a little bit of both?
I think it's a little bit of both. I
Okay.
think, actually, no, it's an affordable alternative to the people that don't see 3D. Like me, for example, the 2DS would be absolutely perfect for me because I don't see 3D very well. But the main reason I bought a 3DS XL is because on my original 3DS, if I would play it for long periods of time, and I've told you this before, and it even happens with my Vita,
Yeah.
my hands cramp up super bad, and
Yeah.
it's like, and like, but on the XL, that doesn't happen. And I haven't played in 3D since I got 3DS or the 3DS XL.
I can't see it, dude. I have I'm pretty sure it's because I have astigmatism.
Yeah,
I can't see it. So and the only reason I didn't get a 2DS is because they didn't exist yet, and I didn't think Nintendo was gonna cop out, but I should have known better.
Well,
But okay, and and uh, and the other reason I don't want a 2DS is because all the DSs, like DS and all of them, up to 3DS and 3DS XL,
mhm.
they close. They close. Okay, so if you drop it, you're less likely to break it. You might scratch it up or ding it, but you probably won't mess up your screens, right? And that's what I like about it. The 2DS, if you drop that thing face down, that thing is done. Okay?
Yeah, not necessarily. I guess it would depend on like how far you drop it. But I mean, when I had my iPhone, I dropped it on a concrete floor, and I didn't have protection on it. It didn't scratch my screen.
Well, you're very lucky, sir, because those things are like 99% glass, dude.
Yeah, I know.
The iPhones, I mean, not the
Yeah,
2DSs. Apparently, they're actually really durable. I'm just saying though, if you drop that thing face down from high enough, you're definitely gonna get some damage on that screen, even
I
if
like.
it's just cosmetic. Like it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I don't know. Even like my 3DSs don't have a screen protector because I don't feel like I need them because I don't push that hard when I use the touchscreen,
yeah.
and like generally like I take care of my shit. Like, but I feel with the 2DS because it's always exposed, you have run the risk of like my cats walking on it or something like that because
This is true.
they don't give a fuck. But yeah,
I don't know. I like at first I thought the 2DS was like kind of cheesy, but like I actually got the chance to like really sit down and try it out. I think I was at Scrabble Latte, plug out for that, and
Travel Latte, local sub in Ontario. Go there. It's fun. It's fun.
I was
You play board games? No, seriously, we're gonna plug it. Don't. This is free publicity. We're not getting paid for this.
no exactly.
Uh, the Scrabble Let's Scrabble Latte is what it's called, right? Is that's how you say it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Puns. Everybody likes puns. Anyway, dude, that place is fun. They sell like drinks and stuff there, and there's a bunch of tables, and you meet a bunch of other like-minded nerds because you play board games there.
yeah.
You
And you drink lattes.
and if you don't have anything else to do, like because they charge a cover, it's $6 to get in. But guess what? You can go there all day if you want. You can go there from when they open to when they close, and you don't get kicked out because you paid to be there. And they also sell beverages, like you can get a latte there. Those are good, and they have like chips and stuff, and like I don't know what else they got. Stand. I know they've got sodas. Like they've got like
Yeah,
regular brand sodas, like
yeah.
and then they've got those like sugarcane ones that are I don't know where those are from, but like so they've got like even drinks there that you've never had that you should try.
Yeah,
I
you
like
can
it there.
get like cereal. You get cereal there, chocolate bars, Pop Tarts.
Yeah,
They got it all.
dude.
But yeah,
So anyways, back to the topic.
so
Let's
yeah,
grab a latte, guys. Go there. Okay, go.
yeah, so I was chilling there, and Buddy happened to have a 2DS with like Fire Emblem. So I was like, "Hey, dude, can I check out your 2DS? I want to try it out." So I played Fire Emblem for a bit. It feels really comfortable, and like it feels nice in the hands. I find the screens are a little bit smaller. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know if they're the same size as like a regular 3DS, but I feel like the screens are just a little bit smaller
Then a 3DS or an XL?
than a 3DS. Like
Oh, really? Uh-oh. But
I
I think they're more like geared towards children. I
uh,
think. Like
they definitely are, but I mean, it would be a good alternative if you haven't picked up a 3DS yet and you can't see 3D. Like that would
yeah,
be the
totally.
primary.
And they're cheaper too, by like $40 or
Yeah,
$50 or something ridiculous. That's another
that's
thing that kind of pissed me off too. Well, not really, because I really wanted the Zelda XL there, but like it was the Zelda XL was like what $200 or whatever, and then
yeah.
the 2DS is like 130, and I'm like, oh, again, Nintendo screws me, sort of. um,
It's just like whenever you buy a new Nintendo console, like 5 months later, they're like, "Oh, check out this new bundle
I
or check out
know,
this new thing."
and I swear to God, if they announce a console and it's just like a Wii U bundle, I'm gonna be like, well, it depends what it is, but if it's just like a rebrand of the Wii U that they already have, like they spent money on like repackaging it, like slightly, I'll be pissed off.
Are you talking about like this new console?
No, no, like if it's not a new console and it's just a repackaged Wii U, like that they rebranded somehow, like not with like a game or anything, just like oh,
Yeah.
now it's like white or something. If they waste money on that, like I give up on them.
Well, E3 is in June, so we got a few
We got
months
two
to.
months. to speculate. Basically,
to ponder.
however many podcasts we do, I'm gonna mention it at some point, like really bitterly, like I'm an alcoholic or something. Like I'll drunk, I'm gonna be like, "Fucking Nintendo." If it's a console, I'm done. Like,
Either way, I mean, I don't regret buying a Wii U. The games I have on it are awesome.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh, I like my games too, but they're all
and
first party except for Zombie U.
you know, if the Wii U does flop, you know, I'm not going to be pissed because even though it's not a lot of games, I've played a lot of good games on it, and I don't think I've played anything bad on it, really.
No, no, well, that's because all of our games. Well, you have some third-party games more than me. I've got like Assassin's Creed 4, but that's
Mhm.
just because we got it for free by trading in 360 games we couldn't use at the time, and they were
Yeah,
shitty too. Like Fable 2, I don't give a shit about that. And we actually bought a game at Walmart, like Bakugan or some stupid shit, and traded that in for like another game. So anyway, and I have Zombie U, but the rest are like like the Mario games. And
yeah.
oh, we got Adventure Time too for Christmas.
Oh,
That was
nice.
pretty good. I haven't beaten that one yet. And yeah, but like basically, I don't have that many games. It needs more games, or like they need less interesting games on the 3DS for a while, so I can buy games for my Wii U.
Yeah.
that and that brings us back to what we were originally talking about before we went off on like 50 tangents. That they're not trying to sell. They're not even trying to sell the Wii U at this point, in my opinion. Like,
Which is sad.
I,
Which is really sad because it's a good system, and I will defend it, and I will defend it till it disappears.
yeah,
It's such a good innovate. Like Nintendo innovates all the time, and people don't give them enough credit. And then you have companies like Sony that are like, oh, let's make the PlayStation move, and it's exactly like the Wii, or let's do what they're doing, you know, on the Wii U, but let's make the Vita that,
yeah.
you know, the gamepad or whatever. And again, like, no disrespect to Sony, but it's just like people just gotta give Nintendo credit where credit's due and just have a little bit of faith. It's all they need.
You know what? And I would argue that the PS4 has less library capacity right now than the Wii U. Even well, the Wii U has a year on it, but still, it has more games that I'm interested in. Maybe that's because I like Nintendo more, but no, it's really not because I love my PS2 and PS3. So fuck y'all. But no, but like more people. There's like what did they say? 6 million or 8 million out in the wild for PS4s. I was reading today, I think, or yesterday they said that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
retarded. That thing's selling like crazy. There's nothing on it.
it's because Sony marketed it properly.
Yeah, exactly. They killed it, man. They fucking killed it. They had free content. They had games. They had games on your console that you get.
And I'm pretty sure I've
You
mentioned
know, and
this.
those games were legit too. You got one. The
Yeah.
games are legit, right? I haven't gotten one yet. I'm waiting for a Vita bundle. That's what I'm waiting for.
Well,
With
honestly,
it, like with a PS4, Vita and PS4 bundle. With it,
honestly,
yeah.
my take on the PS4 games is right now, the retail lineup is like really weak. Like I bought one at launch, and my launch games were Killzone, which is a shooter, Battlefield 4, which is a shooter,
Which you can get on the previous gen too.
and I mean the games look great. Don't get me wrong. And then there's Knack, and Knack is like the game that I've played the most on my PS4, but it's like people are shitting on it, and I don't know why.
And
The game
dude, that's the cult classic, dude. That's the cult classic right there.
that game
That's what's gonna happen.
is like such an underrated game. The game looks great. It kind of looks like a Disney Pixar movie. It kind of plays like it's got like a Crash Bandicoot slash like Ratchet and Clank kind of feel to it with a little bit of Katamari Damacy because you start off like really super small, but as you like beat shit up and like bust up the environment, you collect like relics which attach onto you, and you grow bigger, and then you get different abilities and you can unlock different items.
Yes.
And I'm playing the game on hard mode, and like the game is legitimately hard. You know what I mean?
Doesn't
Like
fucking hold your hand.
like you die in like one hit. Like everything pretty much kills you in one hit, and I don't know why people are like not liking it. I don't know if it's because of lack of innovation or if it's safe because it's a launch title. I don't know, but
And I'm just gonna interject. We don't get paid for these opinions. These are our legit like opinions and passions.
yeah.
Okay, and you know how I know Knack is a good game, by the way? I'm going to plug PS4 here. like Sony. Sorry, again, I don't get paid for this. You know how I know that Knack is a good game? You know why, Stan? Do you remember why?
You watch me stream it?
Yes, I watched him stream it out of the box from his PS4. Twitch support, motherfucker. Mind you, our internet in our town is not there yet, so it wasn't very good. But I knew that it was lag spikes that I was seeing because our internet is shit. But the game looks fucking cool. It looks fucking good, man. I don't know. That game looks wicked. I want a PS4. I'm jealous. Also, fucking Arkham fucking Knight got announced, and I got fucking cock hard for that. I was really excited, and now I want a PS4, and now I'm jealous that Stan has one and I don't.
You'll get one, man.
I am gonna get one because also Kingdom Hearts 3 got announced a long time ago.
Is that coming out for PS4 though? I thought it was just PS3.
No, oh dude, no, that's PS4, dude. That's
Is it?
That's PS4, Xbox One.
I don't know.
Yes, it is.
I don't know. I think that's PS3, man. Unless that was like a really early like beta build or alpha.
No, that's PS4.
I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be PS3.
No, it's next gen, dude.
I don't know.
It's next gen.
I don't want to disappoint you, man.
Yes, it is. Look it up right now.
Okay. Actually, while I'm researching, you want a copy of Xenoblade Chronicles, right? This may interest you.
What?
Let me just.
Oh, like the Wii one?
Yeah. Here,
Yes.
let me check that out. Front page.
What?
Front page.
What?
I sent you a link on Skype.
Oh, okay. Should I do this while we're doing this?
Yeah. Go for it. Go nuts.
Oh, what is this?
It's a video. It's like a video game store, but it's a video game store that I shop at online.
Oh
but yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to buy it before this goes out because we have so many viewers. How do I buy it?
Just create an account and then buy it as you would any other. And they're from Canada,
Oh,
so.
no. Okay, I gotta pause this video right now.
Games.
Yeah, man, games.
Games.
Okay, yeah, so, yeah, man, nostalgia glasses, that was my point, and also, Nintendo, get your head out of your ass. Yeah, man, but now that it's 2014, I don't remember if we did a podcast in 2014 yet, but I don't think we did either, which, what the hell, slacking. We gotta do these, like, maybe not daily, but as often as possible.
Like bi-weekly or something?
Yeah, like every other week, you think? Yeah. Or maybe once a week.
Bi-weekly would probably be better.
Oh, you jackass. I tried, everybody. I tried. Okay, every other week. Okay, 2 weeks. Okay, that works. Every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We haven't done one in a while, and now it's 2014, so what are you excited about?
Games. All of them, actually. Some of the games that I'm excited for are already in my possession. But, I mean, going forward, I suppose. Like, this month's going to be crazy for games.
Yeah.
South Park Stick of Truth just came out today, which is apparently getting rave reviews.
Walking Dead Episode 2, Season 2, the game.
Dark Souls 2, March 11th, that's going to be huge. Everyone's looking forward to dying in that time again. Actually, March 18th, probably my most anticipated game this year. And we were just talking about it not too long ago. Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z, or Z, however you want to pronounce it. I think, hands down, it's going to be like my game. That's going to make my game of the year list somewhere, depending on how good it is. It's great, you have Keiji Inafune as, like, the main, like, director of the game. So it's primarily Concept working on it with the guidance of Team Ninja to make a Ninja Gaiden game, because originally this was supposed to be an original IP, but it still kind of is. But because it was a collaboration between Concept and Team Ninja, they were like, let's make this a Ninja Gaiden game, and it's like such a cool premise.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Concept.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
The premise is so cool. Like, you play a dude that gets killed by Ryu Hayabusa, and you get rebuilt as an android, like, cyborg guy, and, like, you fight zombies. But the ultimate goal of the game is essentially to kill Ryu Hayabusa and get your vengeance.
Yeah, man, that sounds fucking cool.
And like the art style looks absolutely insane. I almost feel like Suda51 should have been a part of this too, because it's like that kind of crazy style. It has a crazy, like, cel shaded graphical style, and like you could do ridiculous things. Like if I'm not mistaken, you could rip off limbs of zombies and make nunchucks out of the
wow. What the
out of the
fuck?
fucking limbs. Like it's gonna be so crazy, and like just like the blood effects and everything is just like, oh my god, yeah,
The twist
right?
is gonna be like he fucking like directed the game or something, like in
Yeah.
secret. Just kidding.
There's yeah, who knows? Maybe he'll make a cameo appearance. Oh, also, Mighty Number 9 is gonna be a playable character.
Yeah, Beck, man.
Yeah, I guess Beck is his official name, but that's gonna be awesome in and of itself. I don't know if it's an actual just like a skin swap, but apparently I guess he's gonna have his own abilities or whatnot either. So yeah, that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, Beck is gonna be like, gonna be like, I'm hearing noises, animal, or whatever the fuck. Sex bomb. There you go. Fucking
Nice.
over him.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
March 25th for me, anyways. I'm a huge Dynasty Warriors fan. Let's face it. It's one of my guilty pleasures. Any kind of those kind of games, I'll play them, but I play them in spurts. I kind of just like have my fix, and then I move on, and then like I wait till the next year and I get back into it. But like they're just a guilty pleasure for me. So for PlayStation 4, they're releasing Dynasty Warriors 8 Complete Edition, which is supposed to have Dynasty Warriors 8 and Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends on the same disc.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm probably the only one out of our little group of friends that's excited for it.
Is it gonna have online co-op?
Yes.
Is it gonna come out before Hyrule Warriors?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm probably gonna get it to bone up on some, just to get my bearings back for when Hyrule Warriors comes out.
Yeah.
Because I am gonna get that, like even though it looks like kind of could be a cash-in game, but I don't know. I'm still interested.
Yeah. Oh, Hyrule Warriors. I'm totally stoked for that. I think that game's gonna be great too.
Yeah, dude, fighting a huge Dodongo, man. And,
Yeah.
And he kind of looks like an HD version of like an Ocarina of Time one. So there you go, Ocarina of Time nostalgia hose. There you go.
Oh, another game coming out this month too on the 18th. Final Fantasy X and X-2 remastered.
Yeah, you pre-ordered that, didn't you?
Ordered that. I got the special collector's edition from SquareEnix.com or Square Enix, but I think they're a little strange because I had pre-ordered Lightning Returns collector's edition. I still don't have it yet, and I think I won't get it until I get Final Fantasy X and X-2, which is a little bit strange, but that's gonna be awesome. So there's a lot of RPGs coming out this year. Now that we're talking about like Final Fantasy again and stuff, what else looks great that's coming out? There's a game by NIS America for the PlayStation Vita. It's called Demon's Gaze.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of like a first-person dungeon crawler type RPG with like a really cool anime style, and it looks kind of dark and decrepit. I don't really know what the story is, but it looks remotely interesting. What else? There's good games coming out. Conception 2 something. There's some crazy subtitle. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's another weird Japanese RPG that has a really interesting battle system, and it's an interesting premise because they've kind of integrated like a dating sim into it.
Oh yeah.
Where you try to get into a relationship with a girl and whatnot, and you try to get her pregnant, and then her kids become your minions, and like you use them.
What the fuck is this? What's it called?
It's called Conception 2, man.
What
Check
the
it out.
fuck?
No, seriously.
What the fuck, dude? No.
That's what it is.
That is not what it is.
That is what it
This
is.
the first I've heard of it.
It's coming out, man. It's coming out real
There
soon.
was a Conception 1?
I don't even know where that came out. I don't even know if it's like pronounced Conception 2 or if it's like pronounced Conception II. But yeah, check it out. It's like Conception 2 and like the 7 Warriors or something
Nice.
crazy.
And you have to fucking, like,
Yeah.
you gotta, like, fucking Mass Effect, like, fucking option that shit to, like,
Yeah.
you
And
gotta
then
pick the right options to get some tang,
something like that, and then
get them
like
pregnant, and what, you're like an alien or something?
No, you're just like a dude, and like I think it's like an end of the world scenario,
You're fucking like it's like Fight Club. You're fucking setting up franchises.
and yeah, and you know, like your kids are like your like your soldiers, and you like train them to become stronger, and you give them your skills and all that stuff, and you like lead them into battle. It's such a like weird oddball kind of premise that it's like definitely worth checking out. You know?
That's the stuff. That's the stuff that Stagor's into, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Um,
He's into those oddball games like fucking Tiny Brains and shit. Have you
yeah,
tried that one yet?
not yet. No.
Oh, I'm surprised you haven't, because that looks like it's right up your alley, man.
Yeah,
Talk
probably.
about like this guy. Like I like my Biker Mice from Mars, dude, but Stan liked it enough to get the games. And he
Yeah.
enjoyed them. And there was a second one, right? Based
Yeah.
on the new show that like wasn't very good.
Yeah, and it was a shit game, but it was like a 3D brawler mixed in with like
You secretly enjoyed it though.
yeah.
Because you're
Yeah.
like fucking any kind of fucking Biker Mice from Mars shit I can get.
Hey, what can I say? Biker Mice is awesome.
Huh.
What else is coming out? There's like a lot of good games. I just can't think. Oh yeah,
I keep interjecting too.
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And actually, talking about games, another like genre of games that I've like wanted to like dive into, I've never actually like delve into it, is like the visual novel type adventure games.
Yeah.
Kind of like Nine Rooms, like what is it, 999 for like the 3D or the DS, and like
Yeah.
I have Zero Escape Last Reward, which I haven't really played.
Yeah.
There's a few interesting visual novel games that I want to check out too. There's one based on BlazBlue, which is kind of weird, but that should be interesting. It's probably I think it's coming out later this year. Oh, Infamous Second Son is also coming out this month
Yeah,
too.
that's on your radar, is it?
21st, yeah.
You picking it up? Launch date
Yeah.
for you, yeah?
Yeah, I pre-ordered it, all that jazz.
Yeah, but
Infamous Second Son. Drakengard 3 came out of nowhere. That's coming out in May.
oh sweet.
yeah.
Yeah, Drakengard 2, man. Love that shit.
I never played Drakengard 2, but I played the first one. It's kind of like Dynasty Warriors, but you like fly around on a fucking dragon and you like...
Yeah, they mix it up a bit.
Yeah, and apparently Drakengard 3 is going to be a prequel, so it'll be interesting to see. And literally, that came out of nowhere. Like, I didn't even hear any announcement or anything. It's just like, boom, Drakengard.
Fuck yeah, man. That looks, I don't know. I didn't see it, but I like Drakengard 2. That's the first I heard about it, so I'm pretty stoked now.
And then there's another one. It's what is it? The Black Witch and the 100 Knight, I think it is.
Oh yeah, I've seen some about that. Is that an RPG?
Yeah, it's an action RPG,
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like a dungeon crawler, similar to like Diablo.
Oh, okay.
It's also being published by NIS America, so that's kind of got that quirky, weird anime style to it there with the weird dialogues and everything like that, and you can pretty much guarantee that perversion's going to ensue somewhere in between the story. So it looks pretty interesting.
Oh yeah.
And that's
If
that's
it's
pretty
a-
much it.
If it's an RPG, I'll fucking like play it. I don't care. But
That's the thing with like NIS America. They have like such a niche market, and like
yeah.
their games are like so out there, and like they're not afraid to like push boundaries to the like. It's almost to the point where it's like we're just gonna like push it this far and then just pull back slightly so that way we don't get in trouble. Like that's how, like out there their stories are.
They're the companies though. I don't like they're one of those companies. They don't do like cutscenes. They do like animated still pictures, right?
Yeah,
Where they're like single frame animations of their face doing different things, reacting to the text.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Because-
but they're still good games though. I'm not gonna say they're not good games. I'm just like I expect Final Fantasy now more, but like I still enjoy the games.
like but their story, like their games and stories are just so out there,
Well,
and like
they made the console wars RPGs, right?
yeah, hyper dimension Neptunia,
Yeah.
over sexualized girls representing consoles.
Moe.
But yeah, you know, but it's good that we have a niche company out there that, you know, puts out those kind of games. I mean, they're not for everybody, but the people that do like them.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, I totally dig them
It's-
too.
And plus, their prices are good. Like for like the regular, like for the standard price of a regular game, they're like, here, have our collector's edition, which is packed with like full of shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good too.
So
Yeah, who else does that? Atlas.
yeah,
Atlas does
Atlas.
crazy shit like that too. And I'm all up in Atlas like a motherfucker though.
What about you, Josh? What are you looking
What am I
forward to?
looking forward to? Well, I'm glad you asked, because fucking what, Drakengard 3 now, which I'm not even going to talk about because we already did. I'm excited now that you brought it up. That other RPG that you said, Black Knight and the White Witch or whatever, or Black Witch and the White Knight, whatever the fuck it's called.
Under Night, yeah.
Under Knight, there you go. That, I don't even know what it's called. I'm excited for it because it's an RPG not made by Square, because I like Square too, but I like to, try different things. But anyway, I am excited for the most recent thing to my memory, other than those ones that you mentioned in yours, is the fucking Arkham Knight, dude.
Oh
That
yeah.
was announced today. Like
Trailer got launched. Game got leaked.
Oh my god, isn't it ridiculous?
Yeah.
It got leaked. It got leaked. Air quotations. It got leaked like an hour before Rocksteady dropped that fucking trailer bomb, son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that, but it was the bomb diggity. I'm gonna stop that now. Uh,
No, that's
it
true.
was amazing.
That's the fact that you can drive a Batmobile is great.
You can drive the Batmobile. There's car chase levels, I'm assuming. Like,
And
I'm assuming it's all gonna be open world like before. But it's gonna be like GTA, motherfucker.
the Batmobile looks kind of weird though. It's like a mix between what was it in the Dark Knight, like the Tumbler?
Yeah, it was a mix of the Tumbler and like the '89 Batmobile, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the feel I got too. Hey, I bet I almost guarantee they're gonna have DLC for that, so I would not worry about it.
Yeah.
And there's
That's true.
probably gonna be a few free ones that for pre-orders, right? Right? That's
Yeah.
what they did with Origins. But there's gonna be like premium ones that come with like skins for Batman or something.
That'd be cool.
Probably. So you're probably gonna be able to have like different fucking Batmobiles like themed off of like, the 60s and shit. I hope so. That's what I hope. But I didn't mind the Batmobile design. But you're right. I don't mind it, but like you're right. It does look like a mix of those two, and it's a little weird because they're so different.
That's true.
Because it's like Art Deco mixed with like Djangoistic like art or something. I don't know. Do Djangoistic people have art? I don't know. Probably.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because the Tumblr's like America tanks. Oh my god. Speaking of tanks, sidebar. Fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger was on Epic Mealtime.
Oh, what?
Did you see it?
No.
Oh, put it on right now. Dude.
I'll watch it later.
No, dude, watch it right now.
Yeah?
Comment, dude, it's retarded. And put the sound on, too. I don't care.
Alright.
We're not monetized.
Yeah, true enough.
Just... Dude, it's called Steak and Egger. Steak and Egger, like Schwarzenegger? Yeah.
Isn't he, like, against that stuff, though? Like, isn't he...
Dude. Hey, man, they make so much money. He probably appeared, but, like, I'm assuming. I don't want to ruin the illusion. They paid for him to be there.
Oh my god! Let me replay this. Hold on. Oh my god! What is it?
Do it.
Show.
No. Damn it. Play.
Play from the beginning.
Play. No! Why does it do that?
Like, reload the page.
Yeah.
Oh,
Welcome to the time online cooking show.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Now I know what makes you stronger. Drinking milk makes you stronger. Therefore, if you eat the animal that makes milk, you get infinitely stronger. And that's science. I'm not talking about that weird climate science. I'm talking about real man science.
Oh my god.
We're not trying to get to the chopper.
We at the tank right now.
That's right.
Ready to cook.
Awesome. That's cool that they got Arnold to be on that. And he's got tank branded with his name on it. That's even cooler.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, I'd say, man. Yep. What were we talking about just before that? My most anticipated games.
Yeah, I think I'm actually not done my list, but I'll let you go first again.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. I thought you said you were done your list.
I thought so, but then I thought about
Okay. No,
there's-
add yours quick. Do it. Go, man. Do it.
Mario Kart 8, May 20th. That comes out.
Oh, fuck yeah. Cool.
Smash Brothers sometime this year. I'm probably gonna get them both for the 3DS and the Wii U, just because.
Smash Bros is probably going to be holiday season, I would assume.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for F-Zero. I'm hoping that's somewhere down the pipeline.
Oh, dude. Okay, I forgot to mention this, because this one's pretty unlikely, I think, but that is another thing. Instead of making a new IP, reviving a really old IP, like F-Zero.
Yeah, there hasn't been an F-Zero game since 2004, so that's 10 years.
And less old for Japan because they got some arcade games, but way older for us because we didn't get those.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, it's been a while for us. I'm not big on them. I was more Mario Kart, but like I know you're big on them. Like I'm not a huge advocate for them. I've played them, but I'm not big on them. I don't know. It's just not my thing. I don't like racing games usually, but yeah.
F-Zero is great, man.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm just not big on it. Like like especially the original. Like it was like using this like the same engine as Mario Kart, and I always like Mario Kart better. I don't know why.
I can probably do a whole video on why I love F-Zero.
Do it, dude. I'm gonna inspire you by being a troll. I'm like, I hate this game. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I'll even like guest star in it. It'll pretty much be our podcast, but with like fucking different, actual, interesting video in the background. Like,
yeah.
Like Mad Pat style or something. Like,
true enough. Yeah.
You have like fucking post-its and shit, and you're like, this is why it's good. You like link it back. It's like the fucking In the Killing where they link all the murders and shit.
It's like the Matrix, dude. Shit.
Yeah, man.
All right, I think that covered it. I would be stoked for an F-Zero. I would be stoked for a Star Fox, but those aren't announced. But yeah, Mario Kart 8 is going to be amazing. And oh, how could I? Fuck, we talked about it at the beginning of the podcast. Bayonetta 2, that's coming out probably soon, so that's going to be awesome too. So yeah, go Wii U.
Yeah, man.
I think I covered most of them. I'm pretty sure there's more that I forgot, but I'll let you have the mic now.
Oh, okay. It's all good. Man, okay. I said Arkham Knight. Yeah, and that's how we got on Schwarzenegger. I forget how though, but anyway, I know I brought it up though. Yeah. Okay. What else? Bunch of ones that you said, so like Mario Kart and all those, pretty much anything from Nintendo except for fucking F-Zero apparently.
Yeah.
But to each their own, I say.
Yeah, exactly.
You do whatever you like. And also, yeah, I don't know, Kingdom Hearts, which is for PS4 and Xbox One, I promise.
You should sound a lot more excited than what you are right now, because Kingdom Hearts is like your thing.
Oh,
like,
I'm just, I'm
you're
super
just like,
stoked.
you're just
no,
like,
it's like I've had time, like, okay, the first week that it was announced, or like the first 2 weeks, if you showed me the trailer or mentioned it, I would have like almost like a sex glow. Like if you could see me, I'd probably have like I'd be more confident. Like girls would flirt with me more because I'd be like that, like stoked about it. That's how, like I was really excited for it.
Nice.
I didn't actually get a glow like that, but I like to think so. But anyway.
It's just funny that you're talking about Kingdom Hearts. You're like, I'm excited for Kingdom Hearts, and I know you, man. Like, you should be like, I'm excited.
No.
Fuck
Seriously,
Kingdom Hearts, man.
No, I'm gonna play that shit. I'm gonna beat that shit like it owes me money, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna it's gonna be like, oh man, you play it on hard, you can play it on critical. I'm gonna like fucking play that shit so hard, like play it on hard, then on critical with like no XP on and shit. Like I'm gonna fuck that game up.
Nice.
I'm gonna tear that shit up, son. And Arkham fucking Knight 2, that comes out this year for sure. So I don't know if Kingdom Hearts counts because it doesn't even have a tentative. I think it even said 2015, actually, but I don't even think it has a tentative. I think people are just assuming 2015. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's what I'm assuming. Yeah, but that one, Kingdom Hearts, fuck right. And fucking Final Fantasy 15. I thought you were psyched for that one too.
I am, but I don't know if it's gonna come up this year though.
That game looks like Kingdom Hearts on crack.
It does.
It looks so fucking good. I don't care. I don't care that it's not turn-based. You know what? Whatever.
I think it's gonna be awesome because it's gonna be that like nice little bridge between like Kingdom Hearts and like real life.
Real life. Oh yeah, fucking real life. Jeez. Yeah, that game's gonna be good, dude. I think so. I have faith in Tetsuya Nomura, man. But I'm not one of those people that like a lot of people hate like Final Fantasy 14. I play it currently, and Stan, you have a free month. Why don't you play with me?
Well, I'm waiting for the PS4 version to come out next month.
It was a rhetorical question. Um,
I'm giving you an honest answer.
and I have 13 and 13 too, but I have not completed 13 or 13 2. I am going to get Lightning Returns, and I am going to give them a proper try because I watch reviews and I take note of them, but I don't judge that game based on the reviews. I want to experience it for myself, and when I did play the first one was fine. Other than the hallway thing, but I don't know. The story probably gets way more convoluted. But anyway, the point is, I don't care. I liked Final Fantasy 12. I don't know yet about 13 because I haven't beat it. You have to beat a game to know it's shitty unless it's designed poorly, and I haven't seen anything too bad. So whatever. But anyway.
So, long story short, you're anticipating Final Fantasy 13-3, which is already out, though.
Yeah, that's out. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, yeah, my history with Square Enix is not like the hate fuck that a lot of people seem to have lately with them.
Yeah.
Because, like, what's with people and not acknowledging a company's good games? Like, okay, if you don't like 13, that's fine, but you have to acknowledge the fact that Bravely Default is a good game, and that some of the original handheld content that they come out with on iPhone is good. Final Fantasy Dimensions, I have it, it's good. I feel bad for buying it, because it's so expensive, but it's a good game. Yeah, so, like, you have to, like, in Capcom, too, I'm pissed about Mega Man 2, but you know what? Capcom had some good games recently. Resident Evil 6 is good. You have to acknowledge that. I don't care what the reviews say, that game is fucking good. I put 25 hours into a weekend with a friend. We did all the co-op campaigns. It was fucking fun. And, no, it's not a Resident Evil game. But it's a good game.
Actually, I guess, I know we're off on a side tangent, but I guess...
my bad.
I guess since we're talking about Capcom, rumor has struck, or maybe it's been confirmed, that, Capcom is rebooting Dino Crisis, and I'm totally stoked for that.
Oh, you forgot to mention it. There you go, there's another one. I'm pretty excited for it, too.
Well, I don't think it's coming out this year. They just announced it that they are rebooting Dino Crisis, and that's going to be amazing. Especially if they like take the engine of RE6, don't make it like RE6 where it's action based. Like actually make it scary because dinosaurs are scary, and if you're gonna face a T-Rex head on, you better fucking run away.
Like, if you go around a corner and there's a T-Rex, you want it to be scary. Not like, oh, you just throw a grenade in its mouth and it blows up.
Or, oh, I'm walking around the corner with a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah, you want to have, like, a shotgun tops at that point in the game with, like, 3 shells.
Not even that, I just want to feel scared. I want Capcom to try to...
No, but, like, you are scared because you only have, like, 3 bullets and you don't know if you're going to be able to kill it. Because if you can't, you have to, like, use your knife. Or run away.
Actually, if you were fighting a dinosaur, I'd probably be more scared of a velociraptor because those things are fast.
Have you seen fucking Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3? Those motherfuckers are smart.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't mean to take away your spotlight there, buddy. If you want to.
And by the way, isn't Jurassic World a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Isn't that coming out?
Yeah.
That's a movie. That's a movie, everybody. Jurassic World. That's happening. That's gonna be like not the Live Free or Die Hard. What's the newest one? A Good Day to Die Hard.
Sure, let's go with that.
That's the new one. That's the 5th fucking. That's gonna be what that is, but for the Jurassic Park franchise. There's no way that's good, unless Steven Spielberg's back.
We'll see.
Well, I don't know. I'm not excited for it, but it's coming, boys and girls. Where was that? Final Fantasy 15 looks promising.
You're talking about 13, I think.
No, I was. I was just saying, like, my history with the series isn't a hate fuck. With, like,
Okay.
some people hate them, but they don't acknowledge they're good games.
True.
I hate that.
Yeah,
It's like, if you score a goal, you score a goal. Like, it doesn't matter if your team loses.
it's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
um, yeah. So, yeah, what else? What else am I looking forward to? Mine's cheap, because, like, most of them aren't even confirmed yet. Like if for some reason Square Enix tanks, like none of these games are coming out.
I don't think
You
Square.
know?
I don't think Square Enix will tank.
No. If Nintendo can stay afloat, I think Square Enix can.
Because not even because like they're a developer and they're a publisher, so and they have like so many. They have a lot of companies under their belt too. So if they're not making their own games, they're publishing other ones. So
Yeah, that's true enough. That's true enough. So it's cheaper on them too. That's why they do it. It makes sense.
exactly.
Yeah, like nobody at Square fucking touched Bravely Default. That was another party that did that game, right?
Nope.
They did 4 Warriors of Light. I'm pretty sure. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Sorry, guys. My bad.
Well, let me. I have the collector's edition right here. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
No, it's Square Enix, man.
Oh,
That's
goddamn. Okay, I'm wrong. Okay, well, maybe it's one of their named fucking teams. Anyways, my bad. My bad. Well, I'm glad we got that out of the air, like, in the episode. Didn't get hate mail from our lack of viewers, but anyway. Oh. Shit, I guess not much.
I guess.
Man, what's coming out?
A lot, man. A lot's coming out, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I actually want to fucking... Because Kingdom Hearts didn't quite do it. But I want to get a PS4 now for fucking Batman. Because I fucking love Batman, and it's fucking Kevin Conroy back again. Technically, Kevin Conroy leaked this game like a year ago because he said he was working on a project with Rocksteady. So technically, he leaked it like a year ago. Just everybody was like, what could it be? And everybody was like, oh, what if it's a Justice League game? Which would be pretty fucking badass, I think.
Probably do better than the movie. Wait, there is no movie, but it's Batman and Superman.
That's coming in like 2020, dude.
Yeah, I know.
2019, man. Fucking Justice League, because Wonder Woman's in Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be like a Justice League light movie.
That movie's either gonna be very fucking good or very fucking bad. And
Yeah.
it's not gonna. It doesn't have a very big area. You know what I mean? Like, it's on the line. Like, it's either one or the other. There's no in between. Like, it's either gonna be shitty or good. There's no way.
I don't know. I'll like. I'm not a very big DC fan, so like I'll just kind of let it ride and see what happens. I'll probably end up seeing it. But,
You know what?
I'm not. I'm not gonna raise. I'm not gonna raise a stink that what's her name, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, or
You know
that.
who that is, right? She's
No.
in like all the Fast and the Furious movies since 2009.
Oh well, that would explain why I don't know her because I
One
haven't
of those
watched.
yeah, I thought you liked those movies.
No, I haven't watched Fast and the Furious since Tokyo Drift, man.
She's one of the eye candy people, like, in it, I'm pretty sure. Like,
Well, that's cool.
I don't think she's a good actress.
She looks kind of skinny though, so hopefully she buffs up for the role.
Like, if they, you know who could do it? Fucking Michelle Rodriguez, dude.
What?
Dude. Michelle Rodriguez.
I guess.
Not Rosario Dawson, sorry, Rose McGowan.
She was the.
Girl with, like, a fucking gun leg, man.
Oh, in what's that movie? Planet Terror.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and she was also Marilyn Manson's crazy girlfriend for a while, and she pretty much went naked to, like, some award function with him.
That's.
She wore, like, a sheer dress and was, like, naked underneath with panties. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I know you're dating Marilyn Manson, but what are you doing?
That's hilarious.
Okay, but anyways, back to the point.
I didn't even know that was a thing, but that's cool.
Gal Gadot, and I don't want to get sued by them, but I don't. That's not too promising, okay? Not at all. Now, okay, everybody was trolling me, or they thought they were. I don't know if you trolled me about this, but Ben Affleck as Batman.
Oh,
My friends were drunk one night and texted me, "I'm so glad Ben Affleck," because it was my birthday, I think, and they announced that Ben Affleck was gonna play Batman, and they thought I would be huffing and puffing. But little did they know that Ben Affleck is my bro, at least my movie bro, because he's in all the movies that I love that Kevin Smith makes. And, you know, he was in a shitty superhero movie before, but you know what? That movie stinks, not because Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is a good actor, okay? He's coming off... Okay, Stan, I'm going to tell you why it's going to be a good movie. Well, if it is a good movie, this is why.
enlighten me, Josh.
Ben Affleck, he made Argo. He wrote and like starred in and fucking directed fucking Argo, dude. Are you telling me this guy who won like a bajillion things for that movie is gonna do like a shitty Batman movie? No, he's not. If he's doing this movie, it's because it has a strong script, man. Because he's not gonna do a piece of shit after his masterpiece. Like Argo was like his opus, dude.
Yeah.
He's not gonna do a clunker after. But I'm just saying, like, I'm not, like, that's just what I think, but, like, in reality, Gal Gadot, okay?
I would say let's not judge a book by its cover.
Oh,
like,
I know. But then you got Jesse Eisenberg, though. He could go either way.
Yeah.
Like, he's okay in some stuff, but not too good in some other stuff. And then he's in some independent movies that I've seen, where he's advertised on the cover, but he's only in the movie for 5 minutes. So he's like morally questionable on top of being in like super average movies usually.
Right.
Except he's in Zombieland and everybody loves that for some reason. Like it's a funny movie, but I don't think it's amazing.
That was a good movie. That was a great
Yeah,
movie.
not amazing enough to have a shitty like television spin-off that never happened, but was supposed to though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that happened for like an episode, and then they were like, "What are we doing?" Like,
No, I don't even
it was
remember.
kind of a funny movie, but that seriously happened for like a minute.
Really?
Or was an elaborate hoax over several months.
I don't know.
Look it up right now while I keep rambling on about nothing.
Sure. Go ahead.
Shit. What was I doing? Oh yeah, upcoming shit. I'm more excited for shit that's already out, that I'm playing. Because we want to talk about what we're playing as well, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I think it's time to switch back to you for a while, so we can get the ball rolling a little.
Oh, Josh.
Either way, I'm having a good time. I hope y'all are having a good time. Crack a beer. This show goes well with the beer, or like some other extracurriculars that you may or may not be into. That's up to you guys.
I would suggest maybe a glass of water.
Water.
Perhaps
Not
maybe,
an alcoholic beverage.
maybe a glass of chocolate milk.
I don't know what the kids are into these days.
Doesn't matter what the kids are into.
What are they into? Are they into is marijuana like they laugh at people like because they're like that shit is like so like 1995 guys. It's all about like we pretend this is like Breaking Bad's fucking meth. We like put blue food coloring on it.
What you're talking about?
Snort it.
Do you even know what you're talking
Yes.
about?
I'm trying to figure out what like, or do they pretend they're like Eisenberg, man? Fuck. No, what do they do?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm just.
You're asking like the wrong person. I'm like the most antisocial person ever.
Yeah, but dude, I think screw water. Have a beer if you're old enough. Or your extracurriculars that you hide from your parents. Whatever, man. You do whatever you want.
Nice.
Like yeah. So what are you playing, man? What's sticking out and what sucks? Have you played anything shitty lately? Because we all know how much people like people ranting about shitty games.
Shitty games.
Stan likes almost every game he's ever played except for one. But we'll do a whole podcast just on that game. I think we could do a whole podcast on it.
Nothing shitty as of yet, although that will change if I play Rambo the video game.
Did you buy it?
No, I'm gonna.
You have to wait till it's like $2.
I'm gonna wait until the PS3 version comes out because I'm gonna play it with the Move to make it somewhat more enjoyable than on PC.
If you pay more than $10 for it, I'll punch you in the dick. If you know what I mean. Like, no, I actually will, though. But no, we don't have an abusive relationship, but in this case, I would. I'll tell you why, okay? You know when Angry Joe gets legitimately angry in a video?
Yeah, I know.
He did for this game. He gave it like a 2 out of 10.
I know. It's been getting horrible reviews because it was like misleading marketing. Everybody thought it was like a first-person shooter, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna be Rambo," and they're like, "It's on rails." But on rails games are good, but apparently this one isn't. I don't know. On rails is like another guilty pleasure of mine. I think I played them all the House of the Deads, Dead Space Extraction.
Is it on anything other than PC though?
It will come out for 360 and PS3. I thought it was.
Okay.
I think at the end of the month. Actually, I thought that it was.
Are they even gonna
bother? They should, because apparently the PC version sucks balls.
Yeah, it's super buggy, dude.
But I think like the PlayStation Move would make it somewhat enjoyable. But like that's just me. I give games a fair shake, whether they're shit. Because like when you play a game, it can go either way. Either it's gonna be like super good, or it's gonna be good, or you're gonna get like the somewhat shitty but tolerable games because I've played a bunch of those, or you're just gonna get the super fucking shitty games like Ride to Hell Retribution, and I'll probably fucking throw Rambo with a video game in that pile too. But that's okay. That's what we do. We play the games, so you don't have to. That seems to be a common quote.
There you go. You know what? I'm usually like that too. That's why I haven't dropped FF13 yet, because in my opinion, a game that you should drop in that scenario is a game that's glitchy. Mm-hmm. Like if you play a game and it's super fucking glitchy, like what's that one me and Nathan played where you can be like the Venom suit or fucking Spidey? Friend or no? Is it friend or foe? No. What's the one where you fight like the fucking glitchy ass fucking Venom, like giant Venom at the end?
Oh, Web of Shadows?
Spoilers. Web of Shadows.
Oh man, that game didn't glitch out for me. That game was awesome.
It did for us, and it was on Xbox 360, so don't get it for Xbox 360 apparently.
That's what I had it on too. I never had that problem.
Oh, dude. Unfortunately, the glitches happen in the last the last quarter of the game, man.
I don't know. I never experienced it.
Well, first of all, the game becomes like constant escort missions for the last little bit of the game.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's really fucking shitty, and they're really boring. And then we glitched through the last boss like 3 times and could not progress, and we had to restart our checkpoint. It was such bullshit. And this was all like again in the last quarter of the game. So by then you're like, well, we better finish it, and then it had like the worst ending ever. It was just like, oh, you saved the world, like whatever. I don't know. That just last quarter of the game was so shitty for us.
I don't know. Like, and I didn't Shattered Dimensions glitch out for you guys too?
Yeah, but that was an isolated incident.
That's so weird though, because I played both those Spider-Man games without a hitch, and I love them both.
Yeah. Oh, I love Shattered Dimensions too. It just glitched in that one part. I haven't experienced that since, and I've played it because I bought it. We rented it back when it came out, and I bought it recently when I got my PS3 last year or whatever, 2 years ago. I bought it again. Like I bought a copy, yeah, and it didn't happen again. That was just an isolated thing. Like we just hit the wrong spot on the texture of like a bridge or something.
Oh,
we were playing as the future Spider-Man, and we flew like into it or whatever, and like you're fighting those spider robots or whatever. Yeah, it was just a random like thing, you know. It'll happen out of like to like 1 out of like 10,000 people with that habit or whatever.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What else am I playing? Fucking Strider. That's a great game. Picked it up on the PS4. You can get it for PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One. It's surprising. It's a downloadable game. It's made by Double Helix, same developer that made the new Killer Instinct for Xbox One. And this game kind of came out of nowhere. Like, I knew it was coming out, and then I think it was February 18th. They were just like, bam, it's out. I was like, holy shit. So, it's a reimagining of the arcade game that came out in like the late 80s. Basically, you play as Strider Hiryu, I think his name is, and he's like a ninja. It's a Metroidvania style game. where you get different cool abilities. You get different cipher blades that do different abilities. You get your kunais, which do different things, and you just traverse this, like, it's basically, it's laid out that it's supposed to be one giant level, and you just kind of backtrack back and forth, but what really breaks the flow of the game is the fact that there's load screens there, and they don't last long, and it's just really me nitpicking, but that's what's there. But it's really solid. The gameplay is fluid. It's really fast paced, and like at first the game seems kind of easy, but then like as you're getting through like the midpoint of the game, like the difficulty just ramps up and it gets crazy. So I'm almost at the end of that. I pretty much have the tower to go through, and then that's it. But I have to go back and get collectibles because I don't think there's a new game plus. And it says, and then you get that lovely message that says, if you go beyond this point, you cannot go back any further.
Oh
so,
shit!
So I have to get all the collectibles before I traverse the final area. And then the other game that I've been playing, and I'm sure you've heard this a lot, but Earth Defense Force 2025 came out, and I've been playing that like a boss. And not as much as Floyd, but
yeah, I know he talks about it a lot, but it's cool.
Yeah, that's a great game. It definitely doesn't push any boundaries in terms of like graphics or anything, but I mean, compared to the other games, the game looks actually really good, and it's kind of like a Dynasty Warriors-esque type of game. And you know, you just basically play as part of the Earth Defense Force, and you just take on massive hordes of bugs like ants and spiders. I could do without the giant hornets, but you know, that's and like giant robots and like dragons and probably Godzilla monsters. You know, it's just like so over the top, and it's a game that you don't want to, like, you're not supposed to take it seriously, but it's such a good co-op experience to like just soak your time into it. There's like 85 missions or something.
Oh, yeah, and there's like 25 more of DLC worth.
Like there's gonna be like over 100 missions, and like yeah, some of the missions are like kind of short, but they're super fun. And like the whole object of the game is to try to get like different weapons. There's over like 500 weapons or something ridiculous that you can equip amongst all the classes.
Yeah, it's retarded. I was playing it. I was there. I tried it out when we were there last, and it's really fun.
Like that's such a ridiculous game. You should get it, Josh.
It's like being in a Godzilla movie, but fighting giant ants and shit. It's like being in a B movie, but like you don't suck because like you don't lose. Well, you're supposed to win, but you can lose because you can get overwhelmed pretty easily in that game.
Yeah,
it's like a horde mode. It's like horde mode.
That's exactly what it is.
That's the main gameplay.
And like that's the part of its charm, and like that's what makes it work.
And it has local co-op for 2 players or online co-op for 3 and shit like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really love it. They did a super good job.
Yeah, man.
But that's what I've been playing.
Yo, yeah. And what else? That's it, man?
Yeah, just Strider and that. Oh, I tried the demo. Because I have a Japanese PlayStation 3 account.
Don't say that. They'll find you, man.
Dude, the console's region free. It doesn't matter.
I know. I'm just kidding.
So I downloaded. I downloaded the demo for Yakuza. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Yakuza Ishin, and it's basically like a spin-off of the Yakuza games, but it takes place in feudal Japan. And man, do I hope that game gets localized, because it's amazing.
Are you like a samurai?
Yeah, dude, that's exactly.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, just take the Yakuza series and just put it in feudal Japan. Like, it's amazing. I couldn't understand it because I can't speak Japanese, and I got lost a lot, but I kind of figured out where to go. But like the battle system is like,
dude, you gotta start a petition for that if it's not being planned for that.
I'm pretty sure that's already happened.
Okay, well you need to join it. Everybody needs to join it. You need to link us to that, Stan. By the time this episode goes up, we'll have the research for that.
So
it already is, because that should get localized. I'm not into the Yakuza series because I haven't really played them, so I don't know if I like them or not. Yeah, I should. This one sounds like the one I want to play though.
It's like, if I could describe it, it's an open world RPG that takes place in Japan, and it's like really authentic. So like, you have like I don't know like there's a lot of like Japanese cultural references. There's like and there's just so much stuff to do. Like you could go to the bar and have drinks and like different drinks boost your stats. You can go grab food, same deal. You can go to like a karaoke bar. You can go on dates with like women. You can like do like whatever the heck you want to do basically. And it's kind of cool like how the battle system works because you'll be like walking on the street, and then these like thugs will like come out and they'll be like, "Hey, let's fight" or whatever, and then you'll go into like a random battle. But it's not like a turn-based RPG. It's like totally, it's almost like a 3D brawler, and you could like like punch and kick the crap out of them, right? And then you build up your heat gauge, and then once your heat gauge is like maxed out, you could do like environment kills. So you could like slam a guy into a door, or you can like kick a guy off of a balcony or whatever.
Are you still talking about the Yakuza game?
Yeah,
dude, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the modern games.
Can you get me set up with a fucking Japanese account?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not hard.
Okay, when you come over, you gotta do that, please, or just like link me to a tutorial or something. But like you should come over and hang out more than anything. I think that would be cooler because then we could play like Double Dragon Neon or something.
Yeah,
which I beat recently and it's good. I like it.
Nice. What else? Oh yeah, there's also like weapons you could pick up in the environment. Like if you're on the street and there's like, you could like rip a pipe off you could like rip off a sign and like beat the shit out of a guy with a sign. Like
just because you can.
Yeah, and it's just such a really interesting series, and I have them all. I haven't beaten them all because they're such a time sink series. But the first Yakuza game came out on the PS2. Second one came out on the PS2, and then 3, 4, and Dead Souls are on the PS3. Those were the ones that made it to America. So I'm hoping that this Yakuza Ishin game comes over to North America because I think it's amazing because it's just exactly what I just described to you, except in feudal Japan.
Well, you know what? Birdemic got a sequel, so you know what that is, I hope.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sweet. So you never know. That's all I'm saying. Birdemic 3 might happen, so you might get your Yakuza like.
I hope so, because it was a launch title for the PS4 in Japan, so...
Oh, okay, so yeah, it's probably being localized then. They're
probably
working on it. If not, man, there's going to be a fan translation.
Like, if that game had English subtitles, because like some like Japanese and Asian games do have English subtitles, I would like...
Yeah. Oh, dude, it doesn't though?
No, that's why I was like...
Ow.
That's why when I was playing it today, I was like, I don't understand what anybody's saying, but I think I get it. And I would just like walk around.
And you walk around and kill shit, and you're like, yeah, this is what I was totally supposed to do.
And then I would assume that if I made it to a cutscene, I was in the right direction. So.
Right. Oh, dude. Speaking of that game, it reminded me of Shenmue.
That's yeah.
No, but Sega lost the rights to Shenmue like today.
Oh yeah.
Dude, oh my god, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Shenmue 3, motherfucker. Half-Life 3 confirmed. That's stupid. I'm editing that part out. I don't want to be on that bandwagon because honestly, I played Half-Life 2 and it's good. But if they make it, I'm cool. If they don't, I'm cool. I'm not like a Half-Life like fucking. It's okay.
All right.
We're gonna get views because I'm trolling so hard, but not meaning to. Like this is legitimately how I feel.
I don't even know how long we've been talking for. If that's okay, you gotta talk about games you're playing, man.
Yeah. Okay. And it doesn't matter how long we're recording because you don't know if I am or not. So.
That's right.
That's right, because it's a surprise for Stan because he's better. What? He's better when he's not a fucking. He thinks so. Either way, he thinks he's better impromptu, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay, before I start, we should have did news because somebody got stabbed with a master sword.
Oh yeah.
Well, I didn't read the article, but I'm assuming that's what happened because
I watched the video.
Somebody pulled a knife on somebody, and the cosplayer was like, yeah.
I watched like the interview with the guy. He's like, I forget what it was, but yeah, it was.
Stabbed the mugger.
Yeah, he's like, it was a replica master sword because I cosplay a lot or something. Like it was.
Oh, dude, that's amazing.
He's just like, because I guess he cosplays a lot, so he had a lot of replica swords, but it just so happened that the sword he grabbed to protect himself was the master sword.
That's so funny. Like somebody tried to mug him.
I don't know.
I don't know the details of like what happened, but that's funny because obviously if they're interviewing him, he's not the wrongdoer here.
Yeah.
Unless he is, then I'm totally wrong. Was he justified in stabbing? Like, was it a self-defense?
They didn't say. I think it was. I think there's gonna be more developments. I don't know.
He's like tied up like Hannibal Lecter, and Stan's like, I don't know if like
No,
he's like frothing at the mouth. He's like, I'll swallow your soul. And Stan's like, no, he seemed like a good guy. You know, I don't know. Could go either way, man.
He just seemed like he just seemed like a regular dude. He's just like, yeah, I stabbed a guy with a master sword.
Regular people stab people, Stan. No, I don't know. I don't know. I've never stabbed anybody.
I don't even know where this news is going anymore. But this is totally weird.
I just wanted to mention that because it's gaming related.
Yeah.
And it's if the guy was like defending himself, then it's like a win for video games, right?
I guess.
Or do you think it's still a lose? Like, oh, that's like violence. So
I don't know. Any press is good press.
he should have been passive aggressive. Like,
if you're famous, or if they're talking about something famous and negative or positive, any press is good press.
yeah,
So
even like video games or simulators for death. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What I've been playing. I recently beat Double Dragon Neon, the PC port post patch that helped with a lot of the bugs. There was a lot of bugs in the online, in the netcode and shit. Like you'd be desynced and shit. That was no fun. Me and John Mark tried to play, and yeah, I kept crashing and shit, and it was from the desyncing and everything. It was totally not cool. But they patched it.
So they fixed it. Everything works.
No, still, it's not perfect yet, but it's a lot better. Like we were able to, like I played with Jacques this time, and we were able to actually get through a couple levels before shit like that would happen. And if it did happen, it would still save our shit. We wouldn't lose anything.
Oh, cool.
So it ended up, it's a lot better for sure. Like with Jean Marc, I would desync after like one level. It wouldn't even save our progress or nothing, and it would completely crash at least one of our games.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was so bad, but I think it needs another patch there. So hopefully they do that to make it a little bit more stable, because it's really good. Like I have it on PSN, but it doesn't have online, so I picked it up on Steam for the online capability.
That's exactly why I got it.
Yeah, like it's good to couch play, and I'd couch play the PS3 version, but like if I feel like playing and nobody's here, you know.
Yeah,
I'd
exactly.
be like, hey Stan, are you free? And pop that shit on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
We can even do a let's play or like a review like that. Like we can record footage. You know what people do now? They fucking stream their footage while they're recording footage for their next review and shit.
That's true.
We should do that.
I agree.
Totally. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying now anymore. I'm totally off topic.
You've done that quite a bit.
Yes, I'm sorry. I like it. I think it's okay. I like this.
Off the cuff.
Off the fucking cuff. You don't know what's happening next. I beat a Link to the A Link Between Worlds fucking her hero mode, which is really frustrating when you start out.
Yep.
Because everything can pretty much 2-hit you, because you start with 3 hearts and most things do 2 hearts of damage minimum. And the first thing you do is go into a dark area where you can't see the enemies. So yeah, that was pretty fun. But I managed to get through it. It was fine.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good game. Stan, you should beat that one too. You should get on that.
I will. I have my backlog of games is utterly ridiculous. Right?
It's ridiculous too. The only reason I was able to beat it is because I totally ignored everything else. I recently got freaking convinced to play freaking Final Fantasy 14, which I'm liking. I'm pretty close to getting my Dragoon class upgrade, so that's cool.
Nice.
If you're into MMOs, check it out. Stan has 30 free days, but he refuses to even pretend that he's gonna try to hop on anytime soon. That's cool.
I'm waiting for the PS4 version.
Does it have a confirmed release date?
Yeah, next month, like beginning of next month, or like mid. I think. Middle of April, like April 15th or something.
Man, that's too late. It's too late, man. By then, I'm gonna have all the classes maxed and shit.
I highly doubt that.
I know it's gonna take like 10 years to do that. Actually, leveling's pretty fast in that game. But anyway, what else am I playing? Oh, Nino Kuni, I started that. I'm a couple hours into that. I hope it stops holding my hand soon, but other than that, it's a really good RPG, and Level 5 made it. They made Dark Cloud 2, two of my favorite games for PS2, and
Why?
they made Dragon Quest 8,
Yeah.
and Studio Ghibli, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. I like their movies, but I still don't know how to pronounce it. So whatever, they do all the animated cutscenes when they're not using in-game assets for other scenes and shit. They do the animated, like, super important scenes, which is really cool. Yeah, it's a good time. And Stan, I think you have it. You've played it a little bit too, right?
Yeah, it's I forget how far into it I am. I know I'm not very far, but it's great. Definitely, I don't have time to sink into these RPGs yet. I keep buying them because they're so
I know,
interesting.
right? You're planning on getting Final Fantasy X re-release, eh?
Yeah, yeah, and I got the Tales of Symphonia Chronicles collection, and
Yeah.
uh, I got so many RPGs, and I'm like, I have no time to play these.
Oh, speaking of more upcoming. Sorry, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5. That's coming out this year.
Nice.
Pretty sure.
That is, yeah, I'll be checking that out.
I'm picking that up. Then I'm doing a retrospective on one of our channels. If you want to hop on that with me, we can.
Oh, sick!
But
Really?
I'm doing an HD retrospective, and we'll have like bonus video of the DS ones that they didn't remake. We'll do like one video. We'll do like one video per game for like the main ones or something,
Sick.
and
Yeah.
then one video for the 3DS remakes all in one, with the 3DS one included.
Okay,
That one will be a longer. That one will be a longer video. Like I don't want to split it up because it won't be. I don't think it'll be as big as the other ones.
Cool.
But
Yeah, I'll be down for that. I guess I got to start playing them.
yeah, well, just I want to do them in like chronological order, not release order. So
Okay.
because we could talk about the story. It's gonna be super spoiler heavy. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Okay. The worst case scenario, if we don't have time to play them independently, we'll just play past them when we're together.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely.
what I mean? It'll take a while to do them, but we'll have other content flowing hopefully in between, so it shouldn't be too bad.
That's awesome. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because you're a busy guy, so
Yeah, we're all busy in our own ways.
yeah, so we'll get it done though.
Yeah.
I'm excited for so HD 2.5 Kingdom Hearts. I'm excited for that. That'll bridge the gap nicely to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Stan, I'm hammering it. It is next gen, dude. They skipped a generation. Like Kingdom Hearts skipped PS3.
Really?
Yeah, I swear.
Oh, and let me do.
I'm surprised you don't know because I was so like, I went crazy for it when it was announced. I was so stoked.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think you just, because it kind of looks like well, not really like Wind Waker, but like cell shaded like that kind of. I
Yeah.
think that's why you think it doesn't look like next gen, because of how like it's anime graphics, so they're kind of simpler a little bit. Because like manga and like Japanese animation are like the basic forms of them are really super simple.
True
Like,
enough.
you know what I mean? Like not like in a bad way, like just simple lines and
Yeah.
obviously you know what I'm saying. I don't want to offend anybody, but
Oh, that's cool. No, I understand.
okay.
I understand. I don't know. It's just I guess when I saw it, because I remember you had said you had saw a trailer, and I remember when I watched it, I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. I didn't like click to me that was going to be PS4 and Xbox One, but I mean that was like early footage anyway.
That
So
was a concept footage for
yeah,
sure. I think they have an engine, but I
cool.
think that was early on. Like they're focusing on 15,
Yeah. Okay.
and
That makes
and on
sense.
Final Fantasy 13-3, and that's done now. So
Yeah.
because that's all Tetsuya Nomura, right? He's working on all of those.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
He is, man. You can tell he has his hand so far up those games' ass. Like that guy, like he must sweat style, man. That guy must get a lot of tang or whatever he's into, because like he just has this specific style, and it's just super popular in certain circles. Like he must just tag ass. But he's so busy working, so maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm excited for, man. That's pretty much it, I think. Except for things like in the way future, like that aren't even announced yet. Like Zelda U, you know that's coming.
Yeah.
It might not be this year, or it might be this year actually, because Nintendo hasn't been giving a lot of uptime on a lot of their announcements. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
They're getting them closer to the date. I find anyway, like within a month almost. Like I would say,
True.
except for stuff that's supposedly leaked, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I don't.
like their official announcements are usually like pretty close to the release dates, like within a month and a half.
That's true. Yeah.
Lately, unless I'm just crazy, but yeah, they're kind of keeping it close to their fist there.
Maybe they got some ace up their sleeve. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see, man. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what's going on.
Right on.
All right, I'm glad we did this.
So a lot of wild tangents and a lot of crazy shenanigans and.
I think I don't know. We'll see what happens. If people like it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I hope so. I think it's funny and random. I like being random. Going off on tangents is fun. I think.
Yeah.
We get back there eventually. It's like Eddie Murphy in the first Beverly Hills Cop movie, man. That was a reworked Sylvester Stallone script. It was supposed to be a serious movie.
Oh really?
They reworked the script a little bit, and Eddie Murphy came in, and he would ad-lib a lot of the lines. Like he'd do the line, he'd like start the line like normal, then he'd go off on like a tangent, but then he'd give like the like feeder line, or I don't know what they call that. But like he'd give them their cue. Oh, that's what it is, their cue. He'd like give them their cue line. Like he'd be like, "Oh, so how about those bananas in the tailpipe?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, that was bad. You almost got us fired." Blah blah blah. And then when it was his line, he'd go off on his crazy Eddie Murphy stuff that's hilarious and like comic gold and shit, and then bring it back again to like oh yeah, they do have cocaine or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think that's how it is, man.
Makes sense.
I hope it comes across as that smooth. I'm gonna like listen to it later, and it'd be like, oh man, oh fuck no, bud.
All right then. So we'll call it a wrap.
Right with Omega Dragon.
Stagortron.
Right.
Yeah.
See you guys next 2 weeks, I guess. Hopefully we'll have something else for you.
Cool.
Later days.
Later days.